We do have some breaking news overnight. 2 people are dead this morning after another injured in a bad crash in Riverview. Now, 2 cars slammed into each other at Bell Shoals and Boyette Roads overnight. Wow, you can see just the mangled mess there. The cars flipped. Deputies tell us 2 people in one of those cars died. The driver of the second car is hurt, but we're expecting that person to be okay.
In more breaking news, a man working on a road crew in Northport is dead after being hit by a dump truck. It happened overnight on I-75 south of the North Toledo Blade Boulevard exit. Northbound lanes were closed for hours during the investigation. They are now back open.
Also breaking overnight, a chemical spill in St. Petersburg. A truck spilled some sort of chemical in the area of First Avenue South. When fire crews arrived, they tested it. Now, it turned out it was not dangerous and nobody was hurt, so that's the good news. It is 6:01 on this Friday morning as we kick off the weekend. Lee, how's it looking?
Well, a little humid out there, and in some places we're seeing some light haze, even some patchy fog, especially down in the Sarasota area, but generally not too thick and not too widespread. The main thing is it's just warm and humid. We're 72 right now in Plant City. Tampa's 73, 72 Clearwater and St. Pete, 73 Bradenton. And throughout the next couple of hours, here's your forecast, 8, 9, 10, patchy clouds, but dry. In fact, the rain chance today will start just after 1 o'clock, generally pushing east of Hillsborough County, about a 20% chance in Polk and Highlands, so not that big of a rain chance, but certainly a hot day with a high of 84, and that's above the average of 78. At 6:08, I have an hour-by-hour look at today, but more importantly, a look at the possibly strong storms tomorrow, and Leslie's going to help you get to work on time today.
That's right. Traffic is a mess. It is backed up absolutely everywhere. You can't get by. Oh, okay, it's April Fool's. I can't get anything past this one here. All right, let's take a look at what's going on, folks. Here it is in Pinellas County. Great drive on the Bay Area bridges. That's the truth. We do have a collision at Roosevelt at US 19. Just be aware of that, but not seeing any significant slowdowns. It is right underneath that overpass of 19 on Roosevelt. 14th Avenue at 18th Street. This is over in the Ruskin area. Heads up there. I-75 looks great. 41 looks good. 301, even Sun City Center Boulevard, no delays. Hoover Boulevard south of Anderson, that one's trying to wrap up. Let's take a quick live look at some traffic out here. This is 275 at I-4, right at the interchange. Looks good. That's a look at weather and traffic. Back to Adrian and Gail.
Okay, thank you, Leslie. All right, well, the 3 girls, we told you all about this yesterday. 3 girls drove a stolen car right into a pond. Unfortunately, they all died, and we're now learning that they were teenagers who lived in St. Pete.
Yeah, deputies say all 3 had a criminal history, which included burglary and grand theft auto. Deputies followed Dominique Battle, Ashanti Butler, and Lanaya Miller in that car until they crashed into a St. Pete cemetery and died. Sheriff Bob Gualtieri tells 8 on Your Side, chasing these teens is not the answer.
Kids need to know that there are consequences for their actions. They need to know that you can't get arrested 4 and 5 times in a year for auto theft and get away with it. This is a systemic and very complicated problem, but unless we do something differently, we will continue to see more lives lost.
Sheriff Gualtieri tells us teens stole more than 2,000 cars in Pinellas County just in the last year. This is a story getting a lot of attention on WFLA.com this morning because it's a big problem for that community.
At 6:04 this morning, a new Tampa woman is recovering after a scary emergency while driving. She ended up going right into a pond. Now, lucky for her, Good Samaritans jumped in to help.
We kept going to get the seatbelt out, and we were kind of, freaking out a little bit. I knew, if we didn't get her out, she was going to die, so we just kept going again and again and again. Just glad she's all right.
Just running on adrenaline there. Now, that's Shane Mitchell explaining how he pulled 26-year-old Maria Zick from her sinking car. This happened at Meadow Pine Drive and New Tampa Boulevard. Zick has a history of seizures and believes that's why she crashed. We are checking with the hospital to see how she's doing this morning, but thank you so much to those people who jumped in and saved her.
Well, they were incredibly brave. Right now, Polk County deputies are looking for 2 teens accused in a cross-county crime spree, including stealing equipment and guns from an unmarked deputy's cruiser. News Channel 8's Ryan Hughes is live at the sheriff's office this morning. And Ryan, I tell you what, they had to take drastic measures to get their hands on this stuff.
And Gail, good morning to you once again. Listen to this. They actually had to pry open a lockbox in that deputy's vehicle in order to get a hold of the two guns. We're told they also got an agency vest, a personal A-15, and other items from that unmarked sheriff's vehicle. Now, we have photos of two people who are already under arrest in this case, Trey Deshaun Hobdy and Trequarius McKenzie. They face grand theft and robbery charges. Both are being held at this hour on no bond. But take a good look at these photos. These are the teens deputies are looking for at this hour, Mitchell O'Neill and Jacarian Gray. If you know where they are, you're asked to contact the Polk County Sheriff's Office this morning. Here's what these guys are accused of doing. Deputies tell us two of the teens stole a van in the Lake Alfred area. They all met up and traveled to Bartow, where they burglarized 5 vehicles, including that unmarked sheriff's car. The next day, deputies believe some of the teens committed robberies with guns at both businesses and homes here in Polk County. 2 were arrested, and one of them confessed to the crimes, as well as a robbery at a Papa John's restaurant last year. Again, if you have any information on the whereabouts of those 2 teens at this hour, you're asked to contact the Polk County Sheriff's Office. Gail, some very scary stuff here this morning. Back
it really is. I hope somebody comes forward. Thanks, Ryan.